living on this earth for. Now I know that I am what I lust for. Plus more, representing Prince George for awards. Like the little nigga standing at the bus stop, scared cause he fears that he's near to a gun pop. Headphones in his head, disappears from this world for your peers in the realm of the hip hop. Just watch how we turn this whole life around. When everybody tried to tell him he was hellbound, but he smiles now, knowing he's the reason for the powwow. Bow down to the brother on the cloud. Okay, that's what they say when they see me on the stage. Hitting on the bass.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Higgins Fitness and More Show. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? So, my hair looks crazy. It looks like it's actually like a lot redder than it is from the camera. Anyway, awesome show today. Today we're going to talk about what the hell is going on with my body. And this is for like newbies to the gym or someone just returning to the gym after a hiatus. Or, you may have switched up your workout and you're wondering what the hell. You're not feeling well, you're fatigued, all that good stuff, okay? So we're going to get into that a little later in the show. But first, I want to give a few shout-outs to our lovely people here at Listen Vision. Everybody is so awesome, just Jacob, my man back here, he makes sure everything is good. Like, I can't imagine, honestly, doing the show without him because he gets it. He got me, and, we here, and I appreciate that, And we got our interns over here with the whole intern table. Shout out to them. They are awesome. And it's like sometimes you don't even hear them over there. They're always just, interns. Can you get a shot over there? Or no? Real quick, look at them. They're just working away. Give a little wave, interns. Give a little wave. Look at them. All right. Back to the show. Well, before that, too, our lovely owner-manager here, I come into the show today, and he says, this pizza is for you. He said, he doesn't know why, but he saw this and thought of me, right? Now, this here is a raindrop candy pizza with assorted jelly candies, okay? Which I'm not sure why he thought of me with it, but we're just gonna go with it, all right? And I'm not gonna even read the ingredients here, but anything with gelatin or jelly type has pork in it too, right? But what we can do here is, so this pizza, like I said, basically gelatin candy. What we're gonna do is run a contest this week to see if anyone out there can guess how many carbs or grams of sugar. Now we're gonna say carbs. How many carbs, carbohydrates, is in this pizza? This candy jelly pizza, all right? And the winner, we've got a special prize. You know that. You know how we do here, right? Remember the cool hat I won? Yeah. So check it out. Tell me what you think. Hit the inboxes, all the links. You guys got all that information. And let us know, all right? Again, we're still not sure why he chose that when he thought of me. But, he's a intelligently strange gentleman. We're just going to leave it at that, okay? He's a great guy, though. All right. And you know what, too? I want to give a shout-out to some of our viewers that sometimes I'm glad... Not sometimes I'm glad, but when they let me know, I'm glad, What's up, Mike? What's going on? Sometimes I'm glad that every time I do the show, the purpose is to help everyone, right? The purpose is to give someone some new information. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself. Sometimes I don't. But it's always good to know that people are listening and that it is helping. I had one viewer say that, hey, I know I don't comment, but I'm watching your show, and the weight loss journey is personal, but I'm listening, and so forth. So I was like, awesome, good job. I had good neighborhood friend of mine, neighborhood cousin. She reached out to me. Well, I commented on some food she posted. It was vegan, of course. Pescatarian too, but the food was vegan. And, she sent me a plug real quick. So, and we'll see how that progresses, in the coming shows. But, she's like, I know you're doing your thing. I told him this, that, and the other about your show, blah, blah, blah. I just appreciate all the love for real. So we're going to move right along with today's show on top of all that. All right. So like I said, we're talking about what the hell's going on with our body, right? A lot of times we go into the gym, we work out, we're sore, and then we don't want to work out anymore. We're like, we're over that. Some of us work out and never feel that we're sore, and we wonder why there's no changes. And oftentimes we have situations where we have headaches or, we're fatigued is faster than normal, and we just don't know what's going on. So we're going to go through some of that, okay? So first, it kind of came about from a few questions, okay? So a lot of times when we do two things, we go for it all. We got a goal, and we'll go from 0 to 100 in like 6 seconds with no problem, okay? Like there's no police driving behind us, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. But this is what happens, to your body. A lot of times, cutting what you eat and increasing your intensity, sometimes, depending on what it is, it can definitely hinder your weight loss goals, okay? And this is what I mean. I got a question from someone about, they've been eating clean for a few weeks and starting their workout, and they began to feel headaches and fatigue often, but they still wanted to kick through because they're, I guess you're, on a mission. So I want to first break this down real simple for you guys. There's technically no clear definition of clean eating, okay? Clean eating started, or the theory behind it was at first, okay, clean, no carbs, just protein and vegetables and things like that. Well, okay, so if we say that that's clean eating, if someone was then a vegan, right, and just say, grilled chicken breasts and vegetables wouldn't be a clean meal for them because it has meat. You get what I mean? So there's no clear definition of what clean eating is. What eating healthy should be or should look like is something that's well balanced. That's a decent amount of healthy fats, a decent amount of carbohydrates, a decent amount of protein. And I will say, if you're eating a plant-based diet, you don't really have to worry about too much of that. If you eat a good variety of a plant-based diet is really what I mean. But if you're not, okay, and your clean eating looks like to you basically no carbs and nothing with fat in it, okay, what you're going to do is hinder your body and stop it from losing weight, and you're going to slow down and mess up your metabolic rate, okay, or your metabolism, if you will. You're going to slow it down. So what happens is, if you're not getting all three of these, remember, healthy fats is very essential to your diet. You need that almost as much as you need anything else. Okay, so when we go on these extremes, we cut out everything that we think is fat. And actually, I did this myself along the way. Early on in the game, I started thinking with that same concept. And I was like, okay, I was eating like protein shake for breakfast. Then I had fruit and vegetables, eggs. I was eating only baked, fish or chicken. And what happened was I didn't have any healthy fats in my system. I had too much protein. I didn't have any fats. And my carbohydrates weren't high at all. So I became very lethargic, and my weight did not go anywhere, and I could not figure out why, okay? So sometimes when we eat clean, okay, we're actually damaging our bodies. The main thing that we want to do is have a healthy balance of all three macronutrients. And, and in the macronutrients, we want to make sure that they are nutritionally dense. So when I say a carb, I don't just mean chips or a pasta that is not whole, or whole grain or whole wheat, or quinoa or something like that, or made with quinoa or brown rice. Okay, so or brown rice and quinoa themselves. Okay, those are the ones you want, but not the cheap ones. Okay, you don't want the cheap ones because again they're chemicals. And remember, we're feeding our body to move and to operate. And so if we take those things out, it can't move and operate. Therefore, it won't help you lose weight. It's not beneficial to the body to starve itself. Okay, and then so another thing that we do with that and with that extreme, I'm taking over my body and I'm doing this, right? We undereat, okay? So this is kind of the form of the clean eating. In other words, we're kind of undereating, okay? Undereating is just as worse as overeating because you're still not giving your body the actual nutrients that it needs. Hey, what's up, Laura Yannon? So in a sense, you're doing as much damage than if you were just overeating, all right? So what malnutrition, like what that looks like, right? Like I said, it slows down your metabolism, okay? It causes nutrition deficiencies. I cannot talk today. I don't know what's going on. Probably because I'm super tired. But anyway, it causes the malnourishment. It causes the deficiency in the vitamins, vitamin B, vitamin D, iron, calcium, all of that. It slows down your metabolism, like I said. It also causes some thyroid problems as well, okay? So your muscles and organs, they can't function as they normally would because they're malnourished. Fertility problems. Some women may lose their cycle from undereating and overexercising, or one or the other. Low blood sugar, hypoglycemia. That within itself is something that you don't want to have to deal with. And symptoms of that, from hunger, shakiness, anxiety, dizziness, sweating, all those type of things. And it can also affect your mood. Your mood can be very unpredictable. So in other words, when they say someone's hangry, yeah, it actually is a thing. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jeff? It's actually a thing. When your body is saying, give me something or I'm going to shut the hell up and down at the same time, right? So we got to make sure we're feeding our body. Feeding our body, you need to think of it like, or you can think of it like, what am I fueling my body with today? Am I putting the best gasoline into this machine or am I not? All right. Another one too that actually I had to when I was trying to eat clean. Constipation. Constipation is not cool, man. And especially if you're trying to have some weight loss goals, because your digestive system is everything when it comes to absorption of nutrition and the nutrients that we need and we ingest. So if your digestion is messed up, again, all these things are holding back your weight. So what do we need to do? Still, we need to eat. But we need to eat nutritionally dense food. We need to fuel our body according to our activity level. Okay, so if we know we're having a longer day, and yes, I know you say so you're saying eat more if I am exercising more? Slightly, yes. Okay, and depending on your goal, if you're exercising to gain muscle, you want to eat a little more. Okay, just about 500 or so calories a week. Okay, not a whole lot more, just maybe an extra meal if you want to say it that way. Just throw in an extra meal there. It's fine. Okay, but if you're always cold or you can't regulate your body temperature, that's another sign of it. Okay, headaches is there as well. So if you're eating clean, trying to do your best, thinking that it's helping, this is what's going on, all right? And you don't want to do that. Another thing, too, is it's kind of a myth amongst the trainers, though. It's called overtraining, okay, which has a lot of the same symptoms. But it's kind of like a myth still. Because here's the thing. If you're fueling your body appropriately, you're giving your body the proper amount of rest as well. Those are the two biggest things that's going to refuel and cause or allow your body to change and adjust to the stimulus that you put on it in the gym or wherever you're working out, right? So if you're doing those two, your body can push and can train. You know, our bodies are amazing. Our minds mess them up. You know what I mean? Our minds stop us from doing stuff. It's not our bodies. So we can push further, but a lot of times we think we can't because we're not used to it, because we're not used to fueling ourselves accordingly. Like if you're eating well and you go into the gym, you're able to kick ass on the workout. And if you don't eat well, you're going to suffer through that workout. I see it every day. I actually coach through it often. Right? Because you wonder why you're like throwing up in a workout or your stomach hurt or something. You probably didn't prepare properly. Okay? All right. So overtraining is, like I said, pretty much the same thing though. The irritability, difficulty concentrating, all that can happen. It can aid, basically the undereating can help ignite the overtraining syndrome quicker. Okay, so that's what you want to focus on. Okay, I got a viewer that loves the shirt here. Yes, this is from The Sandlot, if you guys can see it. One of my favorite movies. I love sport-related movies, but this one was a classic. Shout out to The Sandlot, all right? All right, but look, what I want you guys to do, we're going to go take a look at this video that kind of explains some of the information that I've talked about a little bit and points out a few more things that we're going to talk about, okay? So y'all take a look.
Food is a favorite pastime for many, which is convenient because we need it to live. But what would happen to you and your body if you were to completely stop eating food right now? In the first 6 hours, all is fairly normal. Your body begins to break down glycogen, which stores energy in your body, into glucose, which your cells use as fuel. Around 25% of energy generated this way is used for your brain alone, while the rest goes to muscle tissue and red blood cells. But after about 6 hours, this method of energy production halts as the glycogen stores deplete, which can lead to the notorious hangry or hungry and angry feeling that many of us know too well. At this point, your body enters a state called ketosis as it begins to fast or starve. Because there's very little glucose in your blood, your body must begin to break down fat for energy. This fat is in turn broken down into fatty acids. However, your brain can't use long-chain fatty acids, which is a problem. Because there's no more glucose and the fats are too large to cross the blood-brain barrier, your brain changes modes and begins to use ketone bodies for energy, which are short-chain derivatives of fatty acids. This works for the time being, but ultimately only 75% of the brain's energy requirements can come from ketones. It still needs glucose, which means your cognitive functioning becomes impaired. Now, it's important to mention that you don't have to be starving to be in ketosis. Many people enter this phase if they're on a low-carb diet, or professional athletes who use all their carbs for an extended period of time, like marathon runners, will be in this state as well. However, beyond 72 hours, not only will your mood and energy suffer, but your brain will start to break down your body's own protein. The proteins release amino acids which can be converted into glucose, which is great news for your brain, but bad news for your body. Basically, your body is cannibalizing itself by destroying your muscle mass. In women, undernutrition often shuts down the menstrual cycle as the body tries to reduce energy expenditure. Bone density diminishes, and both men and women may experience loss of libido. Within a few weeks, the body's immune system will be so weakened without any vitamins or minerals that many will die from disease. Otherwise, it will continue to use up all energy sources until there is no glucose, fat, tissue, or muscle mass left. One of the more common causes of death is cardiac arrhythmia or heart attack due to the tissue degradation in the heart, diaphragm, and body. This is fairly common in those suffering from anorexia. Of course, the body experiences severe organ failure all around. Starvation can lead to death in as short as 3 weeks or up to 70 days, as documented during the Irish hunger strikes in 1981, though the duration of survival is greatly influenced by how hydrated you are and the amount of fat reserves your body has, which in some ways is incredible that the body can sustain for so long with no food. And yet, approximately 795 million billion people around the world have to deal with this reality. The good news is that the 7 richest countries have pledged to lift 500 million people out of hunger and malnutrition by 2030, but we need to hold them accountable. We're working with an organization called Global Citizen to do just that, and here's a really easy way that you can help out too. By sharing this video and then heading to the Global Citizen website form here, you'll be adding your voice to an important educational movement towards ending hunger worldwide. You can click the screen or use the links in the description. It really only takes a few moments. And subscribe for more weekly science videos.
Well, all right, and welcome back. So like I said, some of that is, I know it was a bit extreme. That was like, stop if my body stops eating, if I stop eating altogether. But, it's a dramatic effect of under eating. Everything still happens the same way. It still shuts down these organs. Because remember when I said that, when we talked about the macronutrients, they control our organs, our body, how we think, how we act, what we do, right? So if you're getting those nutrients, I can't stop saying this enough, and I probably won't stop saying this. Like, you got to get the best fuel, but if you get it from the plants, it covers everything, is what I'm saying. Also, to my heavy, hard gym rats who typically only focus on macronutrients, right? So that's just eating, making sure that I get a carb. That's just making sure I get a protein. That's just making sure I get some kind of fat, right? When we focus on that and we lose those nutritionally dense things, because remember, they help our blood circulate, they help us breathe, they help us do everything. All that stops, what happens, right? A lot of times, that's where that overtraining comes from. If we eat that way for too long, everyone does it. Like, if you put yourself on a 12 to 16 week workout regimen and you're only focusing on your macros, you will eventually hit a wall, become very irritable, your body won't change. Things like that. It happens all the time. So be very, very mindful of that. If you actually switch it, don't focus so much. Like, still make sure you get your basic protein and make it plant-based. Yes, I said it again. Make it plant-based, but then focus on the vegetables and the fruits, then you're going to be able to run a lot longer, because you haven't starved your body in these ways. You haven't starved your major organs. Like, this is why a lot of people, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but it's all on the same subject. This is why you see, like, the other day I was watching something on YouTube, and they had a clip of all of the WWE, WWF wrestlers, right, from back in the day. And they were showing clips of them and when they died, how they died, when they died and their cause of death, right? So a lot of them had like heart attacks or, something heart related, but these was big, strong, muscular men. Hello, this is because, they were entertainers, so they probably had a little extra, curricular stuff going on. But they also ate a lot of meat and a lot of animal protein to get themselves that big and strong when they didn't have to, okay? So when you do that and you're getting that secondhand protein, this is what it causes. It causes a breakdown in the system. Secondhand protein, then you're putting in a bunch of chemicals as well. On top of that, you're setting yourself up for that. You can't eat what you want and then work out and think that you're balancing something, because you're not. You're just not doing that. You're not balancing anything. You're just, you may be at the moment counteracting some weight gain, but you're not balancing anything health-wise. Your insides are not that great. It's not as great as they could be, all right? So moving along, another thing that contributes to that, a lot of times we don't hydrate enough. Okay, it comes with the overtraining as well. But so what it looks like is we're thirsty all of a sudden. Now we have to we're drinking and we feel like it's not catching up. So I want you guys to understand that if you're thirsty and feeling thirsty, dehydration has already begun. So it's basically almost not too late, like you're gonna die, but dehydration has already set in, basically, okay? You have a dry mouth, dry lips, things like that. Those are signs of dehydration. Headaches, dry skin, dizziness. If your urine is a low volume or yellowish, that's a sign of dehydration as well, okay? Those are the things that you want to look at when trying to figure out what's going on. Am I drinking enough water, okay? If you're tired or sleepy, okay? But the main one a lot of people say first is hey, I'm thirsty. And so you're like, okay, well, damn, why can't it catch up? You know what I mean? And then sometimes we get these headaches and you think, okay, well, maybe, I know for myself, whenever I got dehydrated, when I was still trying to learn to listen to my body, when I would get dehydrated, I always thought it was because I wasn't eating enough, okay? Because I felt like I had this headache. Why can't it go away? It's either tension or so I'll take something. Then I found out it wasn't tension. Okay, so then it was like the next thing, eat, right? Or sleep. And when none of these things would like take the headache away or I still felt so tired, that's when I realized I was dehydrated or would have to go find out that I was dehydrated when I just couldn't get better by myself. Okay, so don't learn that lesson that way. It's not fun. Like dehydration to the point of you're at the doctor getting IV drips. It's not so fun. Or it's hot and you're passed out because you're trying to be at the cookout and you're drinking alcohol too and you just passed out. You're like, you don't want to do that. That's not cute. It's not cute for the summer or for any other time at that matter, okay? So let's make sure that we're hydrating. Some people say, well, what's enough? And you hear 8 glasses of water, this, that, and the other. If you can stick to maybe like half your body weight in ounces, okay, of water a day. If you don't feel like that's enough, if it's hot outside, or if you're losing a lot of water in your water from your body and during the day on your job, things like that, you want to make sure that you replace that almost immediately. All right, the bodies are very sensitive. Our insides need to be, in other words, lubed up. Like our bodies need to be moistened, if you will. Okay, we gotta be right. So we're not dry people. Okay, come on. All right. So all of that though, if you're having some vomiting, diarrhea is another sign of dehydration. If you're eating foods that are high in sodium, that can pull the water that you are drinking, and not have it go to the right place. If you have skin injuries or burns, you typically want to hydrate more because that's going to take a little more hydration from you. Remember, we are ever changing, ever renewing people. So we shed skin, we regrow everything that we need, we reform everything. So that's why it's so important that we fuel the body in the proper way so that it can have, optimum performance, all of that good stuff. All right. So what we're going to do real quick before we switch over into the next section of what the hell's going on with my body. Check out this song by Shy Candy of the Hustle Tactic Entertainment group there. I love this song just because it's like a little rock song I can groove to myself with. All right? Check out the song. We'll be back talking about delayed onset muscle soreness, and we're going to close up. All right? So check this out. We'll be back.
Shy Candy in the building. Come on, let's go. I'm a ghetto glamour girl. From Chicago, grammar like a Bama girl. Stay fly like pose for the camera girl. Straight brick house body like a hammer girl. Fool wheel assholes can't stand a girl. Light skin, pretty face like a gamma girl. Lingerie boy shorts type pajama girl. Listen close and you might just understand your girl. Nigga, I'm a get dope kinda bitch. Weezy weed styrofoam cup kinda bitch. I'm a business on the phone talk kinda bitch. Busy body never home cause she on her shit. I ain't tripping on the haters, let them do their job. 50 niggas on stage like the black mob. 24s ice skating on the black car. Ricky Bobby on the the track, man, I'm on fire. I'm in, she's out. Yeah, I'm in, she's out. Man, what y'all know about that? She's out. Come on, I'm in. I'ma show you what the hype is about. I'm in. Yeah, they've been talking about me for a minute, man. I'm in. I'm trying to show you what it is. I'm in. Listen up. She's out. Come on. I'm in. I'ma show you what the hype is about. I'm the best thing going, man. I see the snakes in the grass, so I'm mowing, man. You can't double talk me. Look how I'm flowing, man. I make your block drum line like a marching band. Yeah. I'm the next big shit, dog. Hit the industry and show 'em how to grit, dog. If I'm a bitch, I'm a motherfucking pit, dog. Iced up like a butt-naked Miss Claus. Yeah. I'm a project princess. Make a play, brother, think about incest. I could teach you how to floss, I'm a dentist. Inked up and on, never let my pen rest. I'm a needle in a haystack. Riding in a bubble Chevy like a Maybach. Treat the haters like Puff, tell them take that. I bet before I go broke, I'll grab a tray pack. I'm in, she's out. Yeah, I'm in, she's out. I'm in, she's out. She's out. I'ma show you what the hype is about. I'm in, yeah, she's out. She's out. I'm in, she's out. She's out. I'm in, she's out. Come on, I'm in. I'ma show you what the hype is about. I'm going in like a surgeon. 20 Monte Carlos, trail me swerving. Fly like Camaro, suburban excursions. Whips like hello, I'm clean as detergent. And this is what the hype is about. I'm the cool drink of water at the height of the drought. My ex-boyfriend caught me with a mic in my mouth. I love Louisville, Kentucky. I'm the queen of the South. I'm the chick that don't give a fuck. I hit 'em hard and fast and go for the gut. I got an angel face with a big butt. And if I get a nookie up, I do it uncut. Nasty. You can roll or get rolled over. Shaq Candy on the track by the boy Nova. Out the park with this one like the boy Sosa. I'm in, she's out. This the takeover. Come on. She's out. She's out. I'm in. She's out. She's out. I'm in. She's out. I'm in. I'ma show you what the hype is about. I'ma show you.
Welcome back. That song I just, get my little head nod on to. Anyway, back to the show. All right, so next thing we're going to talk about here before we wrap up for the day, delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS, if you will. That's what a lot of people call it, just because it's easier to say than delayed onset muscle soreness, right? And that just sounds boring saying it all out. So anyway, what is that? Okay, so that's when you go to the gym, or you start working out, or you start a run, whatever, something you're not used to doing. When you do that, and about a day or two later, you wake up, you get out of bed, and you try to walk to the bathroom, and you can't quite get there. Or you get there, but you can't quite sit down because your legs is on fire. They feel like you can't move them, things like that. That's that good stuff. That's what I live for. I live to do that to other people. Mind you, I don't get that clear. Even though I'll be going through that myself this next month. But anyway, so what that does is here, when you go to the gym, you actually, or you start a workout plan, you want to experience muscle soreness. Okay, muscle soreness is saying that you've applied a stimulus to the body, and your body's saying, what the hell is going on? Okay, it's breaking it down, but then it's building it back up. Right? So when you go and you do that exercise on day 1, when you go back the next week or day 3, it's not as hard. Your body has adjusted and is ready for more. So in a sense, it is the pain before the power. Okay? It is the part that hurts to get to the other side, to get to the strength. Okay? Yes, the struggle of dumb after squats. Yes. If you do squats, and if you did them appropriately, you should not be able to sit on the toilet with ease the next day, okay? In layman's terms, that's what I mean, all right? That is DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. It'll mess your life up. But it will improve your life so much because you will have that muscle growth. I hear ladies all the time, or I ain't gonna even say ladies, I hear some people all the time say, I don't like the hurt. I don't want to work out and be all sore and can't move and can't do this. And, well, what the hell you like? So, we had a guest on the show one time that said comfort is like not good. You know, it's that thing there. It's that handicap. It's that thing that keeps us from doing something that we need to do. Right? Get uncomfortable. That's what it means when you see people saying get uncomfortable. Muscle soreness is uncomfortable as hell, but it is necessary to grow. It is necessary to develop muscles. It is necessary to increase any aspect of health in a field, okay? It's not going to be easy. Nothing is. Growing itself isn't easy. So developing a muscle, developing tone, losing weight, none of it's easy, okay? It's all going to cause some kind of soreness somewhere. All right, so it's just one of those things you gotta deal with, right? But there are some. Wait, I just read a comment that said I use the handicap bathroom when I have to do that. Okay, so there's another solution. I was just going to talk about some solutions. We have a viewer, Loriana, who actually just said, she uses the handicap one. So that is a good idea. Thank you for sharing that, Loriana. You can go, if you're having those problems, go to the handicap stall, use the bars, and help ease your way down, okay? So I guess if you don't have that, then you just, out of luck, okay? I was going to say shit out of luck, but then I thought about it because I got some viewers that maybe don't want to hear that, but I just said it, so carry on, all right? But anyway, along with using the handicap stall, you can make sure that you stretch before and after the exercise. You want to make sure that you are not going to also cause an injury to your body. Okay, but you want to feel the stimulus. You want to feel the stress applied. Okay, just like in life, when you apply the stress and you kick through it, keyword, kick through it, and continue, you get stronger. You can't get stronger without kicking through it. Okay, you can't get stronger without enduring the pain. That is the most significant I think piece too with the muscle soreness and with life itself. If you can't experience the pain, you can't understand anything else. You can't understand how good something is. You can't appreciate what is good and see what actually is good. You can't improve your fitness level because you're going to be still stuck on that same level because you don't want to take the pain. So you're not going to get the results in life, in fitness, in your goals that you want, okay? So if you're willing to push through the pain, push through the delayed muscle onset, the soreness there, push through it, you'll see the results that you want. Muscles will increase, visibility, you'll be popping, tone and walking around like, yeah, okay? So keep that in mind. But that is what's going on with your body. It's just the breakdown of the muscle, right, to build it back up. That's all it is. It's totally natural. You should experience it. If you are working out with a trainer or working out, period, and you're not experiencing as much pain, then you definitely need to increase the intensity, okay? And back to some of the solutions, stretching, foam rolling as well. Some people, it's about, some of them are long, some of them are short, some have little ridges on them, but you can find them in the corner in most gyms. Using that, or I think even Target, Walmart, Ross, and TJ Maxx, places like that, they also sell them for pretty reasonable prices. Get a foam roller and roll out whatever that muscle is. A foam roller is just like a big dough pin, so your muscles are like a big piece of, like a pizza dough. Okay, but you get those air pockets or knots. So your muscles get those air pockets and, knots in them. The foam roller rolls it out just like the dough pin rolls out the dough and smooths everything out. So you can use one of those. If you have a gym that has a sauna in it or jacuzzi, use that. Or the bathroom, the handicap bathroom. I love that. A handicap bathroom. That works as well. Okay. If you know a masseuse or have one that's a part of the gym, some gyms have them in the gym, That's another option. That's a great one, kind of attacks it right away. Or shoot, if you have someone at home that rubs you down, do that too. Like whatever is needed, okay? YouTube techniques or something if they don't know how to do it. All right, but what I'm trying to say is, yes, it hurts. It's natural. Don't be afraid. You want it to hurt, and just push through it. Don't look at it like a problem, okay? It's so funny. I didn't mean this. I wasn't going to say this, but sometimes we look at exercise like a problem, meaning we thinking of every excuse, every reason not to. But we have every reason. We have every medication. We have every health problem, concern. We have every living family member, everything positive in our lives to live for, but we won't take care of our health, right? So I was talking to a gentleman who just could not get it. He was like, he tried to, I guess, talk to me as, his own, like, yeah, I'm on my fitness too, right? And I wasn't even talking to tell him about what I do or anything like that, but he was just talking, and he's like, yeah, I was on that kick, and I did this, but I think you can eat what you want to and still be healthy. So I said, okay. And so I know this guy eats out about 3-4 times a week. I know that he drinks beers. I know he gets an appetizer before his meal by himself. So at that point, in a restaurant that's not that healthy, and it's all love, but you can't ingest those things and be healthy, period, point blank, all right? He had every excuse or every question around why would you only go plant-based? But he knew everything I said he was aware of. So what I'm saying is he was looking, okay? Remember I said the mindset has to happen first? He was looking for an excuse. He was looking for a way to top what I had to say. He was looking for something to pull that negated everything that I live for, basically, as far as helping people and understanding this healthy lifestyle. All of it. And I said, well, he's healthy eating, it's expensive, blah, blah, blah. I said, you're in the Waldorf community, there's farms everywhere. I said, there's people that's right in here that, grow food themselves and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. There's farmers markets, everything. So, again, like I said, you have to look at the situation as in, how am I going to make this better? What am I going to do to improve? What's out there? What can I do? What is possible? If you continue to look at the thing, whatever it is, whether it be fitness, something in your life, like it's impossible, or like you just can't do it, or in a negative way, then you won't do it. It's just that simple, okay? It's just that simple. Like, Jacob, I think I really need to put that on something, like a shirt or something. That it's just that simple. Just freaking do it, okay? Just push through, okay? Get the soreness over with and keep going, all right? Shoot, you're getting on my nerves with all these excuses and all this delayed stuff as if you have so much life to just waste and say, I can do it later, or I don't want to do it now, or I'll wait. You don't know that you have that time, okay? That's one of the biggest life lessons I've learned. You don't know how much time you have with anybody. So if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to get it. It is that simple. If you don't push through those hard parts, you're not going to get it. That simple. Okay, so I want to end the show. I wanted to kind of wrap up with that, but just a few updates. June 1st is like tomorrow. I saw this cool little challenge for a 50-mile run in June. Like over the month of June, have ran 50 miles. And I just started a little bit running again. So I figured if I ran my circle, which is like 2.2 or 2.25 miles, I would officially have to run for 22 days one time. So I'm going to try to challenge myself with that. I have in that 30 days, and we'll see how much it improves. We're going to see how much the time improves. I didn't get a chance to redo my fat calibration and the weight this week, but we'll do that tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's going to be a cool day. I signed with the new gym in Clinton, Maryland, this week. So we got some cool stuff coming at Anytime Fitness over there in Clinton. So I'm really excited about that because it's right there in the neighborhood, like near the neighborhood I grew up in, the Fort Washington, Temple Hills area, so not too far. So I'm excited about that because of everything. Also, we'll be teaching some boxing boot camps and getting some kettlebell boot camps together before the fall hits, and we want to get those going. So with me running and the boxing boot camps that I'm actually going to start training for tomorrow, we'll see some more results. And I don't want to be skinny. That's not my goal at all. So we're just going to get the body fat down. That's it, okay? And as soon as we get that down, I'll probably buff back up and put on some more lean mass because I ain't trying to be no skinny chick. I'm just trying to be healthy. You feel me? All right? So big updates on that. We'll see all of that coming. And, I'm going to leave y'all with a funny, right? So last week I left here. And you guys know I don't normally go to y'all don't know because y'all don't know my life. But I don't normally go to the gym after I leave here. So I told my client that I would meet them there. I had a long day Thursday. I went all the way to the gym, right? I'm in the locker room. I'm changing my clothes. I got my shorts on, I got my, tights, everything. And I look at my bag and I'm looking for my damn shoes and I don't have my shoes. So I had to put on my sneakers. Well, first I put on my shower shoes, but, the manager's like, you can't be on the floor with your toes open and all that. You don't want to break no toes. And I'm like, yeah, I don't, because I don't want to deal with that. That's going to slow me up more, right? So what I did was, he said, man, go ahead, put your dress shoes on, right? And so since I'm a G and I don't care because I'm going to be me anyway, right? I did it. I put my dress socks back on. I put my dress shoes back on. And then I threw my bow tie back on too, right? So this is what y'all see, right? Check this out. And I'm out of here after that.
So I'm living here right now, like it's my last day. Hey, mind open, eyes closed, my journey, my road, my drive, my goal. I think they ready for me. I think they calling for